So I give you the HEX. Hey folks, Brian Keenan with Occam Defense, and today I'm here to talk to you about our 1913 rear trunnion and the available stock options for them. In case you haven't seen this before, this has kind of become all the rage to put a chunk of pick rail. Sig Sauer, as far as I know, were the ones to really come up with it. A pick rail on the rear of a firearm, and they've come up with a boatload of really cool stocks. This one's a side folder, which I'll show you in a second. Our pick rear trunnion has 2 degrees of down cant by popular demand, and there's 4 rows of pick there, so you can usually move these up or down one to adjust your cheek weld by just a little bit. This is 100% made in the US in our shop. Heat treated to Rockwell 40, I believe, off the top of my head. It's heat treated right where we'd want it to be, I think 35 to 40. And we sell these aftermarket, so you can adapt your AK to one. You will need gunsmithing for that, or you can get them on our 1775 rifles. These are now stock on every 1775 pistol and rifle. But once you go to there, you got to ask yourself, okay, what stock do I want? So this one is my favorite by Sig in the folding varieties, and it attaches with 1 screw, and I may have made this. There we go. And I have not needed Loctite with them yet. They lock down pretty good. There's a very nice detent where it locks to the side here, and then comes out sweetly. There is also adjustable length of pull. It's awesome. They work really well. There's a sling mount all the way at the rear here. So for folding stocks, as of right now, we love this one the most, but there is a folding knuckle that Sig makes that will adapt to a buffer tube. So if you're an AR-15 guy and you really like the buffer tube stocks and you want to keep it the same and everything, great option. That's what I love about this 1913 interface, is you've got an opportunity with 1 or 2 screws to radically change the feel of your gun. It's way better than all of the other AK stock options out there. Additionally, we're in spring 2020, and apparently YouTube doesn't want me to say what's going on, but lots of people are coughing and we haven't been to work for a while. That thing has made it really hard to find off-the-shelf stocks. So these are unobtainium at press time, but I'm sure they'll be available Q3 or Q4. Hopefully these will be reasonably available again. Additionally, Magpul stocks are impossible to get now. So we said, oh no, we really need to come out with something that is nice and basic, will work for the 1913, is rugged as hell, and will work for people in band states where you're not allowed to have foldy, telescopy things. So I give you the HEX. This is our first effort at a stock. I'm showing it here with bright hardware so it shows up well on camera, but this will all be black anno in the shipping version. The HEX has the exact same length of pull as the Magpul stock. And I'm gonna try and, yep, there you go. So it's right around the same anatomy as a Magpul or as a triangle side folder, same idea. Modern sling mounting options for AKs are generally limited. There's a few other companies that have solved the issue, but on our Merc handguard up front, we've tried to give you 2 options for QD points, and also all this M-LOK, where if you want to put it somewhere in the middle, you can just put an M-LOK QD adapter. In the rear with stocks, there are some solutions that work pretty well, but there are none which have the stock attachment point in my favorite place, which is a couple inches back here. The reason for that is that if you're switching hands, let's see if I can do it this way here. If you're switching hands, and you've got the sling back here, you're totally good to go. You're not gonna grab it. If it's hanging right down here, it's very often that when you come in to switch hands, you'll get all snagged up like this. So by having it back a few inches, we really let you get after the gun, no problem. If you prefer a more traditional mount point, we've got these 2 in the rear. And again, these are clocked QD points, so they'll go at a 90 or a 45 and stay wherever you put them, so they won't be jamming into your shoulder. The frame itself here is made from a single piece of 6061 billet aluminum. We've lightened it up with some hex cuts here, thus the name. Also our logo. We feel very cute about that. We've also tried to scallop this in so it fits your shoulder well. The attachment is 2 M5 screws. We've shown them bright again in this video just to show that where their location is, but they'll be shipping black oxide. You can move it either into this position or a 1/4 inch that direction. And all it is a T25 in those slots right, or in those screws right there. So installation time is 5 minutes if you really want to take your time with it. Do recommend, these are inserts here, put in a little bit of acetone in there, and also acetone in your screws using some blue Loctite. You should not need red with this. It clamps very securely. There's this tuning fork thing here where we've got a pretty tight fit that we do check with a gauge, but it should slide right over a Trunnion or a 1913 that's in spec. And then you just drop your screws in to lock it in and you are done. Torque to around 30 inch-pounds, 40 inch-pounds, somewhere in there. It's not, M5s are hell for stout, so just basically reef on them. But if you want a torque spec, 30 inch-pounds is probably about right. So these are on our website. This video is going up late May 2020. They'll be on our website at the time of this release. We will be shipping the first ones in mid-June 2020. So if you want to put an order in today, as the time of this release, you should see one in a couple weeks. Thank you very much for your interest. Please find us on occamdefense.com, Instagram Occam Defense Solutions, or if you've got a question, give us an email at admin@occamdefense.com or give us a call at the shop. Thank you very much for your attention. This is Brian Keeney with Occam Defense.